Hey guys, so today is another episode day. A few days ago, I had tremors again. So 8 days ago, I don't think I posted this, but 8 days ago, I woke up in the middle of the night with extreme tremors throughout my whole body. My whole body was just shaking for almost 3 hours. I was having some anxiety. I feel like I can't move pretty much. Otherwise, my whole neurotransmitter, something is just completely off. So that happened 8 days ago. And then I had another episode. It was only about 2 hours. It wasn't as severe. And then the next day I had another big thing that I had last month. I can't even remember all the symptoms. I have like this. I don't think it's because I'm like not out of it. I don't remember it. Luckily, I've documented some stuff in my emails to help me remember. So I am still recovering. I just got out of bed today. I did a few things last night. The ironic thing about this, so I was just getting ready to post something about gastritis because I had been belching for like 2 or 3 months. Like I couldn't sleep because I had so much gas pushing on my heart and my esophagus. And gastritis can be helped with like whey, and I had been avoiding anything fermented, so I've been sipping on whey since these 2 episodes, which were exhausting, and they put me in bed for a couple of days. My belching is it feels like it's almost gone. Of course, it still flares at certain times. I can't tell if it's an empty stomach or eating too much. It was all the time before, so now I can pay attention. But it's interesting. I'm wondering if my body this is really a detox, because when you have rashes, they're really, really extreme. Like the tremors were really extreme, and then they get to a less extreme, and then they keep diminishing. And it's usually about 7 to 10, maybe a couple weeks later. So I just keep wondering if all the metals from my vaccinations and the mercury in my mouth and the mercury in my mom's mouth, whatever load I had, if my body just was finally I've been drinking lots of stock and egg yolks and liver and all that stuff that I tell you I do. If my body's tackling metals that are in my nervous system, because a lot of the symptoms I've experienced are they remind me of what I would call MS. Of course, I'm not getting a diagnosis and going through the testing, but it's just after those intense episodes, I'm laying in bed and I can barely lift my arm. I'm so exhausted and my muscles are just so tired. So I've always had neurological type symptoms, but not the ones that I'm having while I'm detoxing. I used to have more perceptual, and I still do, but they're not near as extreme. It's just a whole different thing. So I don't know. I don't know if there's some buried toxicity. At least that's what I'm going to hold on to. And when I'm in these episodes, I really just tell myself to just trust in the process and trust my body. It's extremely debilitating. It's very scary. You don't know where to turn because I don't know. I don't trust where the hospitals would take. I don't trust what they would do. There's nothing else I think I can do. I might end up following up with a practitioner just to make sure there's nothing that could be helping me that I'm already not doing. But other than that, I just have to keep trusting that my body, trusting in the GAPS diet, trusting Dr. Natasha's experiences and everybody's stories that I've read, because it's really hard to go through some of these detoxes. The ironic thing is, in between them, once I recover, I feel really amazing, and the clarity and light, different shades of light and sounds don't bother me. The other night I actually felt like I wanted to dance, which I haven't had the energy for in a long time. So anyways, I just wanted to give you guys an update, more flare-ups or detoxes. I don't know which one yet. Sometimes it takes a few months to see the pattern that's happening, if it's like slowly decreasing or if it just keeps happening or new things are happening. So I'll keep you posted. Part 2 of this video is me. I was doing fairly okay for a few days. I've been really exhausted. I've been like sleeping for 3 hours, sleeping a lot at night. So there's a chance that both those episodes were a secondary detox. Like the primary one was last month in the video you saw. I'm making up these words, primary and secondary. I'm just using it like this is the second one, so it might not be, it didn't feel as extreme as everything was last month. But I'm so exhausted. I was looking up like mitochondrial damage, and that can happen when your detox channels kind of get hijacked. And I'm wondering if my body is doing these strong detoxes and then I need to like seriously recover. Usually mitochondrial damage can take 5 months. And I do remember feeling okay sometimes last month. I don't think it was a whole month of exhaustion after, before this next. So ultimately, I won't fully know what's going on until I either have another thing of tremors, or next month if I have another detox situation with my liver and my lungs, and obviously the fatigue. I just get lots of weird like cold sensations or hot sensations, or I'll be cold and sweating, and my stools do get off. It's either constipation or diarrhea, and sometimes the diarrhea has like stones in it or like things that look like parasites. I don't know. I'm at a loss. I'm just kind of resting because that's all I can do. It does make me nervous because we have a lot coming up this spring and I really cannot be in bed. So I'm just praying and asking God, like, please let me, like, all these detoxes be so I have enough energy to do everything I have to do this spring. It's already taken a toll on like our house life. Like the days I do feel well, all I can do is to like catch up and make food for me and the kids. And just barely, catch up. So if something else happens, I at least have some stuff in the freezer. I cannot tolerate anything fermented. So I really do think it's detox related, and any other detox is just putting me over. So I'm pretty much back on extended stage 2, which is mostly meats and cooked vegetables. As many of them I'm going to make into soups as I can, with lots of meat stock. It was interesting. I hadn't had cream for a while, and I was wondering if that was what was helping the belching. And I drank a little whey the day before, and I started getting itchy spots on my face, and I felt icky. So I was like, okay, so this is clearly a die-off. That's an easy die-off to pick up on. And last night I had a spoonful of cream, and I had been eating like 2 or 3 spoonfuls with every meal. And all my belching came back. So it could be a die-off from the fermented cream for sure. But either way, even if it was a reaction to the cream or a die-off, I'm totally eliminating that because I slept like crap and I feel like crap today. Actually, I slept okay, but I had a hard time falling asleep because I kept getting the pressure in the certain spots in my chest and stuff from all the belching. My throat was kind of irritated. And actually today I was having some difficulty swallowing the ground beef. So maybe all that irritation's from whatever the cream caused. And anyway, so it's interesting once you can start. Unfortunately, it just takes time sometimes to pick up on the patterns that are happening. So we'll just make this a part 2, and I'll keep you updated. Either you'll see lots of energetic videos of me being gardening, or you'll see me in bed again. So I appreciate any of your prayers, and always remember, you're the best and you're beautiful. Thanks for watching.